ओके छोड़ो अभी रिकॉर्डिंग करो. इट्स टू टाइम ना बहुत लेट हो जाएगा. 1 बजे तक यही R&D होता रहेगा. इज इट क्लियर नाउ? हाँ ओके ओके ओके. आपस में प्रवचन बंद. कि आपस का प्रवचन बहुत खतरनाक होता है. So in 8.5 Lord is clearly saying in 8.5 he is saying is Antakalecha, at the time of death, whoever remembers me, वो मेरे पास आएगा. Now here what Mataji says, yes, bhakti. Why bhakti? How will you remember someone at the time of death? आदमी मृत्यु के समय में किसको याद करेगा? The loved ones, the most dear ones, or the one who is attached to the most. It can be your enemy also. जिंदगी भर जिसको गाली दे रहे हो. At the time of death also, मैं मरूं मरूं वो मरना चाहिए वो मरना चाहिए. So you remember your enemy. That is also attachment. Anger is also a form of attachment. So the one you are attached to or one whom you are very close with, that person will be remembered at the time of death. But if you are able to remember someone at the time of death, means what? There is a small understanding you got to add to this. जिसको आप जीवन भर याद करते हो वही आपको याद होगा जीवन के अंत में. जीवन भर आप जिसके याद किए हो या जिसकी सेवा की हो आप उसी को याद करोगे. ना वेरी रिच मैन, लेट्स से राजेश हैज गॉट लॉट ऑफ प्रॉपर्टी, जमीन है, एकड़ एकड़ जमीन है और मर रहा है और उसको तभी बहुत प्यार है अपने जमीन के साथ. तो व्हाट विल हैपन? नहीं, फर्स्ट ही विल डाई विद द कॉन्शियसनेस ऑफ oh, it's my land, I don't want to leave that land. And then Shastra says, since your attachment is so high, you will be born as a snake. तो वहाँ उस जमीन में सांप बन के पैदा होगा. So that is why क्या होगा? क्यों? Oxygen is coming, cross ventilation is happening. हाँ ठीक है. So यहाँ हम लोग प्राण छोड़ने की बात कर रहे हैं. We are talking about a very serious matter. I'm going to die. The fear, and Mataji is making the word very nice, right? Okay, now coming to the point. So Krishna is saying, भाई जो याद करोगे, जो आप मुझे याद करेगा वो मेरे पास आएगा. और मुझे याद करने का फॉर्मूला क्या है? जीवन भर जो मुझे भजेगा. कैसे भजेगा? जो 16 माला करेगा वो, जो अच्छा भगवान को भोग बना के रहराएगा वो, या वो जो भगवान के लिए अच्छा हार, अच्छा भगवान को सजाते हैं ना, वो कौन मुझे याद कर पाएगा? If you are saying yes, you are 100% right. One who remember, how will you remember God? If you want to remember God, you got to be attached with Him. So how will you be attached? Remembering every time. Okay, fine. We have to surrender. Okay. हर जगह पे ना माउस उठा के देखेंगे तो भी आपको. Let's talk practical. I am hearing a lot of murmur behind. I want total silence. So coming back to the point, you're saying surrender, she's saying see everywhere. You are saying उनका सर्विस करो, सेवा करो. Something more anyone would like to add? All activities keeping God in the center. Okay, very good. Something more. I want something which is practical. I mean, okay, fine. We are consciously doing it. लोग कह के भगवान को सेंटर में रख के कर रहे हैं, या माता बोल रही है मैं अच्छा सर्विस करूंगी, ये बोल रहे हैं मैं सरेंडर्ड रहूंगा. कि फाइन, दैट इज गुड. माता जी सब जगह देखने वाले हैं, तो अच्छी बात है. It should be the culmination. What you all are saying is the culmination of devotion. But how? When will it start? आप तोतों को पकड़ के ट्रेन करो, सीताराम सीताराम सीताराम, वो भी बोले. बट अंतकाल में जब बिल्ली आएगी ना पकड़ने को उसको, तो क्या 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 आवाज करेगा, तभी सीताराम सीताराम नहीं करेगा. तो चैंटिंग अलोन इज नॉट इनफ. Association, putting mind on. Look who is talking about mind. रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन फॉलो करने से आदमी जेल में भी रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन फॉलो करता है. क्या विल ही गो बैक टू गॉड? हाँ, आपने हाथ ऊपर किया, भले ऐसे किया, बोलो जवाब. हाँ, तो एसोसिएशन बोला, ये आपने दूसरा वर्ड बोला, सत्संग. अरे बाबा, फर्स्ट get conscious that you are not the body, you are the soul. If this shift of consciousness is not there, you can never think and remember of God. You can only think as long as you are thinking you are the body. You will only connect with material things. The minute you shift your consciousness, yes, I am not the body, I am the soul. This body is just a place where I am housed or where I am residing. थोड़े दिन के बाद मुझे शरीर छोड़ के जाना है. मुझे मतलब, now you realize, मुझे means what? I am the soul. और सोल को निकलना है या जाना है, तो कहाँ जाएगा? दूसरा शरीर लेने के पहले सोचेगा कौन? अंतकाल में सोचेगा कौन? शरीर, मन या आत्मा? जिस दिन आपका दिमाग में ये घुस गया है, माता जी, माइंड, प्लीज रिमेंबर, द माइंड हैज टू फिक्स ऑन व्हाट? दैट आई एम द सोल. Whatever I am earning, whatever I am working, whatever I am trying to do in this material world, friends, relations, whatever it is, all this is finally culminating on bodily conscious of life. And unless and until you don't have this shift of consciousness in this birth itself, don't expect in the time of death, by association, by service, by surrender, you can remember God. All this will happen only when there is a shift in consciousness. अगर आपका consciousness में वो shift नहीं आता है, from body consciousness to soul conscious, I am a soul, what am I supposed to get? What am I supposed to benefit as a soul? शरीर के लिए ठीक है, भगवान कहते हैं राग द्वेष विमुक्तिस्तु. ये राग द्वेष आता कहाँ से? Someone, let's say your mother-in-law or your some relative आपका बारे में भला बुरा बोलते हैं. How can you get rid of that mental situation? Everyone gets disturbed, right? Whenever there is a घर पे कुछ होते रहते हैं, कोई कुड़कुड़ करके बोल देता है, तो जिंदगी भर वो टेप रिकॉर्डर दिमाग में बजते रहते हैं, मेरे को बोल, वो ऐसी है, वो वैसी है. फिर हम लोग भी कथा चालू कर देते है ना. कथा नहीं, वो व्यथा है, चालू कर देते. बट व्हाई? बिकॉज स्टिल योर, उसने गाली किसको दिया है? इन दैट स्वरूपा व्हाटएवर यू आर, उसको बोला है. इफ यू वांट टू ट्रांसेंड, व्हाई sages don't get affected, why we people get affected? What is that? Is what is the understanding of sthita pragya? Sthita pragya means one who is situated in the self. He is not conscious of what is happening in the body level. तो इसका मतलब, प्रभु जी आप बोलते हो उसके बाद तो बढ़िया प्रसाद खाते हैं, is it not bodily level? गाड़ी में आते हैं जाते हैं, is it not bodily level? वो भी एसी डाल के, how will you consider that then? We should not just talk in the air. We have to understand this in a practical understanding. Right or wrong? कोई स्कूटर में आता है, कोई गाड़ी में आता है सब लोग है ना वाहन से. नहीं, आई एम नॉट द बॉडी, आई एम द सोल. चल के थोड़ी आएगा. So how do you understand that? Yes, Jivan, how do you understand this? Yes, Rajesh. Yes, Priya, tell me. How do you understand this? Some comfort we are asking for the body, right? Some comforts we are asking. Body level basic comforts are there. If you are saying, rather I am saying, if you have to shift the consciousness from body to soul, then I don't need a nice kapda, I don't need a nice gadi, I don't need, but everyone is possessing. How? I always call this so-called offering, stamping. हमने दो पोस्ट ऑफिस गया, ठक 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 ठक. आजकल वो कम हो गया अभी ईमेल एंड इंस्टाग्राम फेसबुक से, बट अर्लियर डेज देयर used to be rigorous stamping. Are we getting our foot stamped from God? Yes. Yes. It is like, I always give the example of car and car driver. Everyone knows this example? Car and car driver. Please. किसका क्लास? So the car and the car driver. Now car driver, he is nourished by your consciousness of being a soul. When you have this consciousness that I am a soul, you will do spiritual activity, you will surrender, you will do service, you will adapt your mind on God, and association, you will get association with good saints and all that. But at the same time, if the car is not fed with petrol, can the car move? So you should indulge in bodily activity, but with control and restriction. You should know at what point you are doing basic necessity and what time or what point you are triggering off to sense pleasure. This demarcation has to be done by the intelligence. कि किस हद तक मैं जरूरत के लिए भोग रहा हूं या कुछ भी चीज का स्वाद ले रहा हूं, खा रहा हूं, everything. Dressing up, nice dress. Now definitely, let's say you are having a meeting in the office. You cannot go in this dress. You got to have a nice, well colored, like casual dress or whatever it is. It should be a nice one, formal one, what we call it. It may be a branded shirt also. Why? Your style. Let's say you're an officer, you're a manager. You can't go in a 200 rupee t-shirt. No, I'm not the body, I'm the soul. I can't go naked, so I'm wearing this. No, you can't. You got to have some basic. The basic varies from time to time, from place to place. So you cannot call that. But subconsciously, what you have to be always remembering? I'm the soul. This whatever office work I'm doing, whatever business I'm doing is fine. It is going to feed my belly, might be it will buy me a good car, a house or something. But finally, what am I actually enjoying? I'm not enjoying. Money is required to fulfill your basic requirements. I'm not against earning money. Please earn your daily bread. Whatever money you are earning, please earn. But don't be in a lifestyle where only earning is all in all. Only earning should not be all in all. That is why Lord is saying, He is not saying, तू अंतकाल में मुझे याद कर, कभी नहीं बोला अर्जुन को. He has given the free will. He has said, भाई 1 बजे के पहले आएगा तो प्रसाद मिले. It's like telling, better come before 1. But let's say I don't say the statement. I say one who comes before 1 gets the prasad. Who comes after 1 does not get it because the prasad will be over. It's just a statement. You have to take it the way it suits you. Oh, I better come at 12 o'clock, 11:30 or 11. Then I can get the class and I can get the prasad. Or, what does this mean? It means one who comes late will miss the prasad. Similarly, this is also very clear. One who remembers me, Lord is saying, you remember me, He has not said. He has not taken away your free will. He has kept the free will with you. You choose. तो वो किसको याद करना है, याद कर. घर वाली को याद करना है, बच्चों को याद करना है, तुम्हारा फैक्ट्री, पैसा, धन, you can choose. But what is saying? अंतकाले च माम एव स्मरणम उक्त्वा कलेवरम. Certainly, एव means certainly, नक्की. हम लोग बोलते हैं नक्की आएगा, हाँ नक्की, तो नक्की मेरे पास आएगा. He is saying that word एव means certainly. So Lord is saying is, one who remembers me will come to me. इसमें there is no samshaya, there is no doubt. Then a question arises, sir, what if I can't remember you? Then what? So before that question arises, Bhagavan is giving the answer. Yam yavapi smaranam bhavam trajayatanta kalevaram tam tam evati kaunteya sada tadbha bhavitaha. जिसका जैसा होगा. पहले वर्ष में क्या बोला? जो मुझे याद करेगा अंतकाल में वो मेरे पास आएगा. सेकेंड पॉइंट में क्या बोला? जो जैसा याद करेगा. जो मुझे याद नहीं कर पाया, मतलब उसका कुछ ना कुछ तो याद आएगा. एट द टाइम ऑफ डेथ सम रिमेम्बरेंस विल बी देयर. कोई बीवी को याद करेगा, कोई बच्चे को, कोई some remembrance will be there. फैक्ट्री, घर, जो भी हो. So whoever remember that type of yoni or body I will give. This is what Lord saying in this 2 verse. Now the third verse. Now I have cleared the backlog, so I prepared the background. So what is a lock? So now here is so one more point which I would like to add in this. Yam yam vapi smaranam bhava. As one remembers, that type of body you get. What is another benefit of this shloka? What is another better benefit you get from this shloka? Who is it there? Forgot the point which I was to discuss. What is the benefit of this? Yam yam vapi smaranam bhava. जैसा जैसा है. General understanding yes. जैसा जैसा भगवान, जैसा आपका consciousness होएगा वैसा आपको मिलेगा. What is another understanding of this? No, he is not saying that. Okay, fine. I mean, with respect to this verse, what is the understanding? Hmm. Hmm. Yes. I mean, your words are a little different, but the meaning is the same. Yam yam bapi. At that, the way in which you have lived a life, that is, this verse is the reason why nobody wants to die. जो मरता हो व्यक्ति को बोलो क्या फर्क पड़ता है, ऐसा भी यू आर इन योर 90s, आंख दिखता नहीं है, कान सुनता नहीं है, पैर चलता नहीं है, बड़े बड़े लोग सम ओल्ड पीपल कम एंड बिग टेल बिग डायलॉग्स, क्या है उठा ले वे, क्या है जब मृत्यु आती है ना, they are not ready. Why? Because inherently you are aware of the consciousness of what sins you have done throughout your life. आपने जीवन भर कितना दारू पिया, कितना नॉनवेज खाया, कितना ये किया, वो टाइम पे यू आर ओनली थिंकिंग ऑफ ओनली एंजॉयमेंट, देखेंगे. But when that moment comes, the final moment comes, that time, no, it's not the result yet, but now I am going to face the consequences of it. I have to go to hell. I have to, because inherently we are all souls. We are all souls. I always ask this question. Yudhishthira Maharaj explains to the Yakshas why we never have the feeling कोई मर गया घर में, सबके घर में कोई ना कोई गिरते रहते हैं, हाँ, मरते रहते हैं, तो हम लोग जाते हैं स्मशान भूमि में, हाय तौबा करते हैं, अरे कल बात किया, आज गया, जिंदगी का क्या भरोसा, एंड ऑल दैट बिग डायलॉग्स. घर में आया, नहाया धोया, नाश्ता किया, भूल गया. हाँ, घर में आया, नहाया धोया, भूल गया, वापस अरे कितना लाख का पेमेंट आना बाकी है, कितना आने का पेमेंट जाना बाकी है. We are back to the grind, right? Office हो, business हो, जो भी हो, we are back to the grind. Why? Because inherently we are a soul. We know well that we are not going to die. ये नहीं, वो मर गया, कल मैं मरने वाला हूं. Death is a chance, not a catastrophe. Please remember this. Death is not a catastrophe. From the worldly point of view, it may be a catastrophe, but death is a chance. If someone wants to go back to God, he needs to die first. So don't consider death as a catastrophe. मृत्यु को आप पहले एक डर, जो मृत्यु के प्रति जो डर है, निकाल देना. I just received a call about a week before. I was searching for the artist for my book, so वो तो मिला नहीं, but banda, he stays in Panvel, young boy, must be around 35, has done his graduation in painting and all. He worked as painter in a school, in a couple of schools. He's 35, he's not married, he doesn't have a proper job. Either the company throws him or he throws the company, but basically he keeps shifting the job, and now for the past 2 months he's without a job. And he's telling me, sir, which organization is nice? Should I go to Shri Shri? Should I go to ISKCON? Should I go to this, Baba, this and that? No, what is your problem? Why you want to have a spiritual approach? नहीं, मेरा कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. मतलब यहाँ के कुछ होने वाला भी नहीं है. कुछ नहीं होने वाला. You come to any organization, he stays in Panvel, okay? And he's telling, I said, I'm in Bombay, you're in Panvel. तो वहाँ पे कुछ ना कुछ तो रहेगा तुम्हारा सिंह. मैं बोला, you don't need spirituality as an option or as a painkiller. Please don't take spirituality as a painkiller. It is not a painkiller. It is a solution. Provided you have faith and you follow it sincerely. जब तक आप उसको भरोसे के साथ, faith के साथ नहीं करोगे, तब तक आप इसको पेन किलर समझ के मत ले. मेरा कुछ अच्छा होगा भाई, 35 साल में जो तेरा नहीं हुआ, एक दिन भक्ति में आने से तेरा ना शादी होने वाला है, ना नौकरी लगने वाला है. सेकेंडली, आई आस्क्ड हिम, व्हाट आर यू डूइंग? नहीं, अभी मेरे को मिला, जॉब मिला, मैं लिया नहीं. व्हाई यू लेफ्ट? फ्रस्ट्रेशन होगा. अभी घर में बैठने से कुछ, घर पे कुछ पैसे का झाड़ वाड़ लगा है क्या जो उगने वाला है? यू नीड मनी फॉर बेसिक, राइट? दाल चावल खाने के लिए भी तुमको चाहिए, पैसा तो चाहिए ना? नहीं, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, बट मैं बोला थोड़ा अपने को स्टेबलाइज कर लूं. In an unstabilized state, how will you stabilize yourself? Can you stabilize yourself when you are, basically you are on fire? मेरा नौकरी नहीं है, शादी नहीं हुआ, ये नहीं हुआ, और फिर नौकरी नहीं करेगा, नहीं प्रभु जी, मेरे को सिर्फ 20,000 का जॉब मिल रहा है. मतलब जो मिल रहा है ले ले. समथिंग इज बेटर देन नथिंग. टेक इट. सो दिस इज द प्रॉब्लम. द प्रॉब्लम इज लाइफ लॉन्ग we are into activities which are not spiritual, and at the time of death, when we remember God, when we remember, because वो टाइम पे आएगा, आपने खाट पकड़ लिया है, चल नहीं सकते हैं, घूम नहीं सकते हैं, अगर नॉर्मल ओल्ड एज डेथ हुआ तो क्या करेंगे? तभी तब भगवान याद आते हैं आपको. एंड दैट टाइम व्हाट यू रिमेंबर ऑल द sins what you have done throughout your life. And very well, every drunkard knows what he is doing is wrong. Every meat eater knows he does what he's doing is wrong. But he says, Chodna, I want to gratify my senses first, rather than seeing the law of nature. Human life का main purpose बाजू में रह जाता है. And that is why this verse is very important. It implies why we are afraid to die. Generally people say, हाँ जी सबको मरना है, हम भी मरेंगे. जनरल डायलॉग रहता है. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू एक्चुअल टेबल ऑफ डेथ, ऑपरेशन के बाद जाना रहेगा, एक बड़ा ऑपरेशन भी रहेगा. भगवान, अब भगवान एवरी सैटरडे, वीकडे, एवरी नॉन वेज, तभी भगवान याद नहीं आए. एट द टाइम ऑफ दैट प्रॉब्लम यू वांट टू रिमेंबर गॉड. एंड देन नाउ द क्वेश्चन अराइजेस. टू ऑप्शंस दिए है भगवान ने. ऑप्शन 1, जो मुझे याद करेगा मेरे पास आएगा, या मुझे जो उसने याद नहीं किया, या जो अपने अपने ढंग से जो भी याद करता, बीवी बच्चा गाड़ी बंगला प्रॉपर्टी जो याद करेगा उसको, वो मैं उस हिसाब से उससे उसको योनि मिलेगी. तो अर्जुन पूछेगा ना, मैं क्या करूं? व्हाट डू आई डू नाउ? व्हाट इज द एक्चुअल फोकस, और व्हाट इज द नेक्स्ट डायरेक्शन आई एम सपोज टू follow? And for that he is saying the next verse, and this verse is not for Arjuna alone, it's for all of us. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu mam anusmarana yuddha cha. Very important line, very powerful, very transforming line. Mayi arpit mano buddhir mam evasi asamshayah. Without any doubt you will come to me. Lord is giving a asamshaya. Samshaya means might be, might not be. शायद आ सकते हो, शायद नहीं आ सकते हो. बट भगवान यहाँ क्या कह रहे हैं? 100% तू मेरे पास आएगा. तो कौन आएगा? Who will come? तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु. ये जो बोल रहे हैं ना, आप सब जगह देखना है, सब जगह देखने के लिए सब सर्व जगह पे उनको याद करना. Then you can see. Tasmat sarveshu kaleshu. Sarveshu means what? And kaleshu means what? Everywhere and every time. Okay, something more deeper. You're right. Your answer is not wrong, but something more deeper. Yes. In all conditions, whether it is good, whether it is bad. Sometimes, the last Friday class, I don't know, you were there last Friday. No, not Friday. Last Sunday, we had taken a class in Santa Cruz. That one question was asked by an old man. Karmanyevadikarasse ma phaleshu kadachana. And what is the use? अगर फल ही नहीं है तो फिर मैं कर्म क्यों करूं? मतलब यूज नहीं है, इसके लिए कोई कर्म करते हैं क्या? Do we do some कर्म only for फायदा और नुकसान? Agreed, but अपने हाथ में नहीं है, right? But it's like,
not like we do karma to some benefit.
You have no option. Like, okay, let's analyze it from his point of view. What he says, let's example, let's say you take bath. But there is a result. As you said, at least I'll be clean, I will not be having any disease. I brush my teeth, my teeth are protected for long time. So every karma has a reaction, or rather it has gotten fruit. It has got a fruit. But you have to understand it in a, I'm missing the point, one minute. It's like, how to put it? I used to brush my teeth very hard, very strongly. And I got one cavity. The side I got it. I went to the doctor. The doctor sat in my mouth and saw. Then he said, sir, you brush your teeth very hard. Enamel ghas gaya. Now what you will say for this? I'm giving an example so that I'm giving my own example. Now, should I brush my teeth or not? So every action need not give me a result which is in my favor only. Please understand, that is karmanyevade karasya mahaphaleshu kadasya. I brush my teeth with a focus and my teeth will be, that Colgate ad में आता है वैसा shining होना चाहिए. Shine, ting, ting, आवाज तो कोई आया है. I developed a cavity and the doctor is saying, nothing, no problem. You over rub the enamel. And she is saying, the enamel तो वापस आता नहीं. And ये मन में तो आएगा भी नहीं. So what do? She did some feeling and said, I will brush lightly. ठीक है, nowadays brush light. पहला रगड़ रगड़ के करता था, I don't know. ठीक है, but I'm not left the action. But action has to be done, has to be performed, whether the result is favorable to you or not. So यहाँ पे भगवान क्या बोल रहे हैं? तस्मा सर्वेषु कालेषु माम स्मरण युद्ध च, सभी टाइम में, at all times and at all conditions. Condition is whether it is plus or minus, whether you're happy or sad, you will have to do your duty. You don't have an option to come out of the duty. This is not with respect to Arjuna, with respect to us also. Many times, क्या फायदा करने से? I'll give you a small example. This came in Reader's Digest. Okay, it's not. It's a true Reader's Digest was there. आता है क्या अभी भी? वो जमाने में हम लोग एक अलग cult was there. One person asked, to the editor he asked, now, what is the use? My memory has gone so weak, I got so old. I don't remember what my wife had cooked last day, let's say on earlier day. Whatever my wife had cooked, I don't remember. So, sorry, he asked, what is the use? If God is going, I can remember God all the time. How can I remember God all the time? And what is the benefit? Anyhow, I have to go to the grave. So what is the use? He asked the editor. It was about the Christian Bible stuff, biblical stuff. So what is the benefit of daily attending a sermon? They have the Sunday mass and they have the Sunday lectures. They also got other lectures. So what is the use? When I don't remember it, I attended for 10 weeks. I didn't remember. What is the use? So the editor wrote in return, do you remember what you ate yesterday? He said, no, I don't remember. No. Usually, any of us, if I just come and ask you, what did you eat on Wednesday evening? 100% I'm sure nobody will remember. भले वो भाजी रिपीट होता है वो बात है, वही भाजी घूम घाम के वही 4 भाजी भी घूमते हम लोग, but we don't remember what we ate. He says, then why are you eating? Then why are you eating when you don't remember? ना आपको याद नहीं है, फिर खा क्यों रहे हो? ना खाना तो पड़ेगा है ना. Sound avoidable. It was a conversation. It was typed in the conversation part. He said, whatever your wife had cooked 1 month before, 6 months before, 6 years before, 60 years before, I mean, if you're an old couple, you may not remember what food she gave you, but that nourished you. That nourished you. उससे आपका पोषण हुआ, आपका शरीर में ताकत आया, सब आया, बराबर. भले ही याद नहीं रहा, वैसे ही है कई बार भक्ति का काम, भले ही तुरंत आपको उससे कुछ शक्ति ना आवे, तुरंत उसे एटलीस्ट नरिशिंग योर सोल. It may not nourish your body. That is why we got nourishment after the body also. Nourishment for the soul is first. But when the soul is tired or the body is tired, then we need to nourish the body also. But the focus is nourishing the soul. That is why Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu. What's the time? 12:35. Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu, at all times, मतलब in all conditions, at all stage of your life. कोई जवान रहेगा, कोई बूढ़ा रहेगा, यहाँ पे कोई बुजुर्ग भी हैं, कोई छोटे भी हैं. Let's say Vyom and this boy Priyansh, they're all young and elderly people are also there. At all stage, please remember God. Generally people say, बुढ़ापे का काम है, बुढ़ापे में करेंगे. कौन बुढ़ापे में? पूरी जिंदगी में जो गुलाटी मारा, वो कहावत है ना, बंदर कितना भी बुढ़ा हो गुलाटी मारना नहीं छोड़ता है. क्यों? जिंदगी भर वो गुलाटी मारा, तो बुढ़ापे में भी that monkey business will never go. Similarly, as long as one is doing all the material nonsense but not connecting with God, it is a criminal wastage of human birth, a rare birth. Why wastage of human birth? ये बार बार डायलॉग क्यों बोलते हैं? Why do we say this? Human wastage of human birth. Human birth, let's say to someone who has got in Uganda, Angola, and all those African countries, where humans are as good as animals. They don't have a choice. If we say, लोग अक्सर कोई बोलता ना कि भगवान मेरे को क्या दिया, अरे पहले तो इंडिया में जन्म दिया, वो भी एक हिंदू में, उसमें भी you got a chance to get connected with spirituality in some way or the other. You got a chance to get spirituality rather than becoming fanatic. You're given a chance to understand इससे और क्या rare हो सकता है. So the rare human birth refers to those who have got a chance to get connected spiritually. Otherwise, yes, it is a criminal wastage of life. Because human birth, no doubt, what you said is right. Okay, this is the only way you get out of the cycle of birth and death, and the other is in other births you don't get a chance to connect with God and all that. Fine, though it's not 100% correct, because Gajendra got moksha. Gajendra got moksha, right? So you can't say in animal yoni also you will not get. But nevertheless, let's come down to a thing. Yes, human life is precious because here you got a reasoning. Reasoning is most important. You got a chance to logically understand who you are and what you are and what you got to do to achieve something more tangible. Let's say Rajesh has got good business plans to make good money. 10-20 crore rupiah. Might be more. Why 10-20? 50-100 crore. Good. And for that he has to put efforts. Business means efforts you have to put. So you put efforts. He earns money. But in the process of earning the money, did he earn any spirituality? That matters more than what money he has earned. The reason is money has earned him some status, some facilities in the material world. Till he dies, might be he may have a limousine, he may have a chartered plane and everything. But the minute that person dies or the soul shifts from that body to another body, will he able to be carry forwarding that money? Not necessary. His karmas are very good, but we will be again born in a sin. But how long? The karmas will get exhausted some one day or the other. एक ना एक दिन उसके अच्छे कर्म खत्म हो. But this is what is the verse saying कि भाई आपके कर्म करो. You do your business, you do your office, you do your household work, you do anything. तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु माम अनुस्मरण, मुझे याद करते हुए युद्ध कर. It is like, now tell me, again the question arises. अंजना माता जी बताइए, अभी आप क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं, मगर भगवान ने बोला है तो आप आज क्लास से प्रभावित, आज इस क्लास से प्रभावित होके मैं being excited and charged up by the class. Now I'm going to play cricket. Bowling or batting, which you prefer? Both. Okay. So whatever you're doing, at that time, or someone hits a shot, you're going to catch the catch, and you're going to remember God, God, God. Can you catch the catch? Or you're having a bat in your hand, then God, I can remember God. I'll remember God. Tang, danda kya. So how are you going to do practical? Do it. I'm just talking for place. Let's say in the office. Possible? Possible. Or in an office meeting, possible. For even a split second to remember God. Why even Arjuna? Bhagwan. है कि नहीं? Just imagine तब तक गेम खत्म अर्जुन का. He has to fight continuously. How will you do? I always give a small example to this. You're right. But let's understand it with an example, a story. Let's say you come from office, tired, and your son is sitting in the house, very hungry. Hame bhook lagi chhe. Now you got two options: Swiggy, Zomato, which I don't think you will prefer. So the second option is cook. And he is cribbing, crying. Then you're saying, okay, my dear child, you do one thing. And the whole day in the office also you're sitting like this, Oh, it's lunchtime. I had made this, a little salt is less. I hope my son enjoys it. He eats it. You are in the office, very much doing your office job. But that time, what time you're doing? Oh, 11 o'clock. Oh, it must be his recess break time. He must be eating his lunch. Oh, this is time he must be coming back to school. Whatever it is. I mean, at all time you are conscious about your son, though you are focused in the office. Momentarily you may forget, and like whatever job you have been given or assigned, you will be doing. But at time, oh, abhi 4 baj gaya, abhi ghar jana hai. I had to cook for him nice food. And then finally you reach home, and he's cribbing. Mommy, bhook laga hai, acha khana chahiye. And then you say, okay, my dear son, give me at least half an hour, 45 minutes. I need to cook, 45 minutes to lagega. Whatever his favorite sabji, you are making his favorite sabji. And while cooking, how much do you remember the son? If you remember, beta, namak, beta, mirchi, beta, haldi, you go off track. You can't. While cooking, you got to be like totally focused. Like I'm chopping the tomatoes, he loves, I like if I put this, he will love that vegetable more better. Whatever it is, you are focused with only one thing, to make a good food for him. And that 45 minutes आपने उसको बिठा दिया, कार्टून नेटवर्क डाल के दे दिया या मोबाइल दे दिया, भाई तू देख मैं खाना बना रही हूँ, and then you are in the kitchen, खुश हो गया. मोबाइल मिलने वाला कितना प्रभु जी मेरे पार्टी का आदमी है. हाँ. See, I have to give perks to everyone here. Then only they will come. So you're busy in the kitchen chopping vegetables and focused on the masalas and everything with only one focus. The end focus is to make him satisfied and happy. Right? That is tasmat sarveshu kaleshu माम अनुस्मरण युद्ध च. खाना बनाना आपके लिए युद्ध है. You're tired from office, but आपके लिए वो युद्ध है. It's challenging, but you're doing it. Why are you doing it? Because you love. Same way, whenever you love God, you have to do your activities in a way that in the end culminates to that. Let's say on Friday night he gets a big assignment or you get a big office work and you're doing it. You're sitting there like 2 o'clock, finishing it. The wife will come and say, hey, sleep, why are you working so late? No, I have to complete it because tomorrow morning or tomorrow evening I have to attend Prabhuji's class. Or I have to go to the temple. Or I want to do Mangala Aarti. Or tomorrow is Ekadashi. I don't want this headache tomorrow. I want to finish off the headache today itself so that I can do my whatever spiritual activity I can do. That little share of spiritual activity I can do. That itself, that consciousness itself is enough. Then what devotion you do? That consciousness is enough rather than some big devotion activity like I get up in the morning, tilak dala, ye dala, and Mangala Aarti, no, you may not do anything. But at least you're conscious. Yes, I have to do something for the, like a parent is conscious. I have to do something for my child. I have to do something for, a social worker is always conscious. I have to do something for the society, for the welfare of the people. This is what is called as, you call it God consciousness, you call it Krishna consciousness, whatever you call it. This is what is required. This is what is you will remember at the time of death. When all the time you are conscious, oh my son, he will need food. I have to give him a nice dress. I have to buy him, now Diwali is coming. I should buy him a nice pant shirt or a kurta. What else? You are always conscious. Same way you have to be conscious about God. Doing all your activities. I'm not saying you don't go for a movie. I'm not saying don't make a necklace for yourself or a chain for yourself. I'm not saying you just wear that Phata Purana dress and come to the temple. Never. Be conscious in all your ways. But doing all those activities, you have to be conscious of your actual goal. And this consciousness will only come when you will require two responsibilities. For example, let's take an example of you again. You play two roles. In the office, you play a role of whatever responsibilities are given to you. And you're answerable, mind you. You cannot say, I'm a mother, I'm a wife or someone, I'm looking after that. No. So basically, let's say every individual who is working, business or job, has got two roles to play. One role is professional responsibilities or answerabilities, and second is personal. What will happen if you say, नहीं sir, आज मेरे चाचा जी को देखने जा रहा हूँ, आज मैं ऑफिस नहीं आ रहा, मेरे मामा जी का तबीयत खराब है, मेरे जीजा जी का तबीयत खराब है, मैं वहाँ जा रहा हूँ, या मेरे बीवी को बहुत आज रोमांटिक मूड है, बीवी को लेके घूमने जा रहा हूँ, बॉस चलेगा? बोले अरे उधर ही थे उसके साथ ही थे, मत आ बोले. Vice versa, you come and spending time with your family. At that time, अरे बॉस का काम करना बाकी, ये बाकी, वो बाकी, चलेगा? You come and crib, I have to do this much work. Say, don't crib, eat my head now. Vice versa applies to you also, or anyone rather. So what does this mean? We have got two roles to play distinctly but perfectly. We can't compromise. We can't compromise on the official role. We can't compromise on the spiritual or rather your household role. So same way, when your consciousness shifts to spirituality or to a soul platform, you realize these activities, whatever I am doing, be it be my household activities, be it be my office activities. I am doing it with one only intention, and that is, it are my bodily responsibilities. अभी मैं शादी कर चुका हूँ, बीवी है, उसका रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मेरे ऊपर है, बच्चे का रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मेरे ऊपर है, मेरा माता पिता का रेस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी मेरे ऊपर है, तो मुझे ये करना ही है, करो with full focus. But as you are doing, I'm just giving an analogy, just an analogy for you to understand. As you are balancing both your office work as well as your personal life, same way you need to do your spiritual activities also and your material activities. ऐसा नहीं बोल सकते कल कोई रिलेटिव बीमार है, hey, तू आत्मा है, तेरे को मिलने क्यों आऊंगा, मेरे को बहुत बिजी हूँ, मैं भी ज्ञान बढ़ा रहा हूँ. God, you got to go and visit. कल कोई शादी है तो जाना पड़ेगा. You got to show your head and face. वैसे नहीं नहीं क्या है, ये जन्म है, तू मेरा रिलेशन है, अगले जन्म में तू कौन मैं कौन, नहीं चलता है. ये जी रहा है इस जन्म में, तो ये जन्म का क्लैरिटी रखो, बट उसमें बहो मत. डोंट गेट फ्लोन इन दैट. वो करते हुए, that is why I said na, balance is what is required. One-sided is dangerous. Material, boring. Spiritual, that is also not acceptable at the cost of renouncing your material responsibilities. As a son, you are a responsibility. I have to fulfill my father's dream. I have to help my father, take care of my father. Yes, please do it. But at the same time, no, I will only do, I'm like Pundrik. पंढरपुर का पुंडरिक था ना, पिटो आएगा तो भी रहेगा, आई विल ओनली सर्व माय फादर. वो लेवल पे कोई करता नहीं है. So you got to balance between both, and that is what this verse is very clearly saying. तस्मात् सर्वेषु कालेषु माम अनुस्मरण. मुझे याद करते हुए युद्ध कर. युद्ध कर मतलब अपना जीवन का दिनचर्या जो है, डेली लाइफली whatever activities you are doing, do that. At the same time, do this. कोई आके ये मत बोलना, नहीं प्रभु जी मेरे को सिर्फ क्रिकेट खेलना है, भक्ति नहीं करनी. मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि ओनली भक्ति करो, क्रिकेट छोड़ दो. बैलेंस. You have to have a balance between both, because fine, this enjoyment of earning, playing, anything will be only for a few days. Few days in the sense, जब तक आपका जीवन है तब तक. उसके बाद क्या करोगे? जब शरीर छोड़ के जाना है तब डरने लगेगा. A spiritual person, a truly spiritually enlightened person, is not afraid of death. He embraces death happily because he knows only by this I will get out of the cycle of birth. Unless and until one doesn't get out the fear. So that's why to remove the fear also, Lord is saying, 3 shlokas. आएगा, death पक्का आएगा. No one can escape from death. And death means उसके पहले अकाउंट पूरा आ जाएगा, बैलेंस शीट लेडजर पूरा आ जाएगा, क्रेडिट डेबिट सब आ जाएगा, खर्र करके प्रिंट आउट आएगा दिमाग के सामने. मैंने क्या क्या पाप किए जीवन भर और क्या क्या गलत कार्य किए. और ये गलत सही कौन तय करता है? Who decides गलत सही, राइट एंड रॉन्ग? हाँ, गॉड आके फोन करके बोलते हैं. Karma is the resultant of the activity. That is the resultant. Scriptural injunctions and with what focus you are doing. For example, here, युद्ध च. अब युद्ध में रोमांस होता है या एक्शन होता है? It's only action. Either you kill or you get killed. Right? Now, Arjuna put very perfect examples of arguments in the starting. Why should I fight? Why should I kill my relatives? What happiness will I get with the kingdom soaked in their blood? How will I enjoy? बड़ा बड़ा dialogue मारा. And on the surface, it looks perfect, correct. So is killing justified? Shastra scriptures say never kill anyone. That is the very funda of Jainism, right? One should never do any harm to any creature. So they should not eat antibiotics first. Technically, you are killing the creatures inside your body, which is not possible. You got to eat antibiotics. Otherwise, they will eat you. Either of the two. Either the antibiotic will eat you or you have to eat the antibiotic. I mean, kill the antibiotic. So, what does this mean? How do you understand this? War is a situation where either you kill or you get killed. So, action. Krishna himself tells, hey, maar, Karan ko maar. Nihatta Karan ko maar. Bad. प्रभु जी मारना तो गलत है, ऊपर से कृष्ण बोल रहे निहत्य करने को मार, तो डबल सिन. As per the law of war, that so-called scriptural injunction of war is, you want a Kshatriya cannot kill another Kshatriya who is out of the Ratha and who is without a weapon. These are all the things. And this in Rama and in the Ram Katha, in the Yuddh between Ram and Ravan, the best joke is, रावण आता है अपना बस बढ़िया चैरियट में आता है, सारथी है, चैरियट है, बेचारा रामचंद्र जी जमीन पे खड़े, तो हनुमान बोलते हैं अनफेयर है. तो सीधी बात है ना, स्कूटर वाला और ऑडी वाला दोनों रेस करे, इट्स अनफेयर, राइट? हाउ कैन ही, इसका इंजन का थ्रस्ट कितना है, इसका इंजन का थ्रस्ट कितना, अभी खटा रहा, तो कैसे करेगा? So, immediately Hanumanji said, you sit on my shoulders and you fight. और उसके पीछे लालच था, हनुमान जी का लालच क्या था? When he will sit, his legs will hit his chest. तो रामचंद्र जी का पैर मेरे वक्षस्थल को लगेगा. और दूसरा, कभी ना कभी तो बीच में सर पकड़ना पड़ेगा, तो सर पे हाथ भी आएगा, तो डबल एडवांटेज, एंड युद्ध में भी फायदा हो जाएगा. तो हनुमान डिड नॉट इंटरफियर. I told you, explained to you yesterday only. Hanuman, Ramchandra ji knew that Hanuman would never call his power as his bala. He used to call it as the bala of the Lord. So when Ramchandra ji sat, perfect arrows being fired, and his entire army, his entire ratha, horses, everything killed. Ravan was left with a broken bow, but broken, and with that he is defending himself. Ramchandra ji is fine, not with the intent to kill, but to humble him, to lower his. Finally, this fellow realizes, Ravana, he will never fight on a Kshatriya who is without a weapon. So even that broken bow, like Krishna taking the broken wheel of the chariot, even that is, anything used for defense or to attack is a weapon. Immaterial of whether it's a sword or a wheel or even a broken bow, even that can be treated as a weapon. So he finally threw that broken bow down also. Immediately Ramchandra ji also stopped. थक गए रहेंगे आप, जाइए जरा आराम कीजिए, थोड़ा खा पी के जरा नरिश योरसेल्फ, एंड ठीक है, defeat and victory is a part of life. You go and come tomorrow, you will fight again. And Ravan also comes back, and that time there is a big nice conversation between Mandodari and Ravan. I am not going to the depth of it. So what is the point I am trying to say? Till he was without a weapon, when he became without a weapon, even Ramchandra ji followed the rules of war. And वही कृष्ण ने बोला है नियति इसको मार. So what is right and what is wrong? Scriptures के हिसाब से तो चल नहीं रहा. महाभारत युद्ध भी स्क्रिप्चर्स के हिसाब से नहीं चला. कहाँ पे लिखा है अश्वत्थामा हाथी को मार गया, अश्वत्थामा मर गया, कुंजरोवा नरोवा. उसके पहले कृष्ण ने इतना जोर से शंख ब्लो किया कि द्रोणाचार्य को सुना ही नहीं, और सब लोग नाचे को बोला, सब लोग नाच रहे, इससे एक हाथी को मार के. इतने बड़े युद्ध में they said Bhishma Pitama, the day he fought with anger, the 7th or 8th day, it is said elephants were floating in the river of blood. Just imagine this, given in Mahabharata, elephants were floating, means how much of bloodshed would have happened that elephant could float. I mean, elephant is supposed to be the most heaviest thing, and that were floating. So imagine. So where is the question of what is right and what is wrong? Please tell me that first. To protect dharma, okay. So now the shift is from scriptures to dharma. Very good. Something more precise to the point. You're right. You both are right. I'm not saying both are wrong. Right. Others don't know. Yes, Mata. You're enlightened. You can tell. Huh. So, when someone is righteous, be righteous. When someone is unrighteous, you need not be righteous towards an unrighteous person. That is why it is said, Prithviraj Chauhan, who was a Mughal ruler, he was fighting, I forgot. Gauri, Muhammad Gauri. 17 times he defeated him. 17 times Prithviraj Chauhan defeated him. Killed his entire army, but did not kill him. What is the use of that bravery when he did not? No, नियति पे वार नहीं. अगर उसको कर दिया होता ना, आज इतने कत्लेआम, इतना मुसलमानों का ये खौफ नहीं होता. Understand the scriptures properly. Don't accept them blindly. Rules are there, but rules have to be followed as per time, place, and circumstance. 17 times गौरी को मारा, उसने खत्म किया मतलब आर्मी को, बट उसको छोड़ दिया था. क्यों? वो he has lost, now how can I kill? What is your वीरता? Your वीरता का इतना गाता है, हम लोग सब बोलते हैं, but he was the biggest fool. It's not that he was not brave, he was super brave, undoubtedly. But had he finished off a very crude cause, the history would have been different today. So, my only point is, please try to focus on what is right and what is wrong. युद्ध हम लोग हर रोज लड़ ही रहे हैं, पर युद्ध को लड़ते वक्त इतना मतलब हर जीवन का हर किसी का एक युद्ध ही है. सुबह उठ के ऑफिस जाना भी एक युद्ध ही है, घर में बैठ के घर संभालना भी एक युद्ध है. So there is no doubt that we all are fighting a war. But fighting a war, always remember, be conscious that you are a soul. If you are conscious that way, then you will be conscious that when I am a soul, I have to be connected with God. I am not the doer, He is the doer. When you are clear that yes, He is the doer, you have to be indebted to Him. Perform your activities to the best of your caliber. Business हो, job हो, best करो. धन भी अर्जित करो, पैसा भी जरूरत है. बट वही जीवन का अगर लक्ष्य रह गया तो आपसे बड़ा बेवकूफ कोई इंसान नहीं. That is why his Lord is saying, Tasmat Sarveshu Kaleshu. Kaleshu means all time. Or here time means at all ages. Not just time of death and at time of difficulties. Or all situations and at all stages of your life. चाहे वो आप बचपन हो, बुढ़ापा हो, जवान हो, जो भी हो. Various stages. Because various stage में importance अलग अलग रहता है. बचपन पे it is play, enjoying, going out, eating nice food, very basic. Then when you go to youthhood, it is the attraction towards the opposite sex. That's why you dress up well, do haircuts and this and that. Why? They want to impress the others. Then comes to job, you want to impress your colleagues, you want to be a hero in front of your peers or your subordinates. So your focus from age to age varies. And by the time you become old, you start comparing, हाँ पूरा जीवन में मैंने कितना बनाया, उसने कितना बनाया. That's also a stage of life that you don't think at the age of 20s. At the age of 30s, you don't think. But at the age of 60s, you start comparing your bank balance. Because you are not in the soul platform, but you are in the bodily platform. But the day you shift yourself from all these and you transcend and you go to a platform where you are very focused. Yes, मैंने मेरा responsibilities कर दिया, अब मुझे भगवान के पास जाना है. And याद रखना, don't wait for a next birth. Try to make this your last birth. अगर आप सोचते रहोगे next birth, next birth, next birth, you don't know which birth you will skip, and you will fall down into the 84 lakh yoni, 84,000 species you will roam around. So don't take that risk. I mean, I don't think anyone in the college writes an exam with the focus that I got 80 KT. Right? 80 KT है ना? Everyone wants to pass. कभी कभार समझो भाई बैड लक एटीकेटी लग गया, अरे गले में यार, ये सेकेंड ईयर का भी पढ़ना है, साथ में भी एटीकेटी का भी पढ़ना है. मतलब you are reduced, your education was, I mean, your focus on studies is not reduced, it is in fact your responsibility has increased. And the worst part is second year पास हो जाएगा, first year पास नहीं होगा रखा. That is a bigger headache. So एटीकेटी लग गया तो लग गया, पर उसी का उसके भरोसे पे मत बैठ. So Lord is saying, promising, yes, don't worry, if one doesn't do devotion for him, there is always a second chance. But don't wait on the second chance. First chance पे ही निकल जाना अच्छा. क्या है, केबीसी में लाइफलाइंस अच्छा है, पर यहाँ पे भगवान का जो गेम है ना, इसमें के लाइफलाइंस बहुत खतरनाक है. अगले जीवन में समझो आप माया के जाल में आ गए and you get flown, then you are going to face the music. Okay, with this I'd like to close today's session. Anybody has got any doubts, questions, can ask. प्रांशु उठा है ना.